Hi. I remember my junior year of high school. It was the last game of my football regular season before the playoffs started. My team and I traveled to Irvington, New Jersey, in Essex County, which is 81% African American people. It was a bitterly cold, rainy day out, but the bleachers were still filled as usual. As the national anthem started playing, moments before kickoff, I looked into the stands and noticed something quite unusual. Nearly all the parents were sitting down during the playing of our national anthem. Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything. These are the words of former NFL superstar Colin Kaepernick at the end of one of the most controversial commercials of this decade. Colin Kaepernick has become a polarizing figure in the sports universe ever since he decided not to stand for the national anthem during a 2016 NFL preseason game to protest racial injustice, according to Angelica Levito, a writer for CNBC. Kaepernick's actions stem from the Black Lives Matter protests, which started in 2012 after the exoneration of George Zimmerman, a neighborhood watchman who shot an unarmed African-American teenager, Trayvon Martin, to death. And then the movement gained national exposure following the killings of two more African-Americans, Michael Brown and Eric Gardner, which resulted in protests in over a dozen cities across America, according to civil rights writer and activist Elizabeth Day. Contrary to popular belief, Kaepernick wasn't necessarily protesting the United States flag by taking a knee, but instead, Kaepernick stated that, and I quote, "I'm not going to stand up to show pride in the flag for a country that oppresses black people and people of color." The reactions to Kaepernick's actions on the field were very mixed. Celebrities such as Olympic gold medalist Simone Manuel said she supports Kaepernick's right to protest. And former NFL player and journalist from the undefeated Dominic Foxworth stated that Kaepernick's protest was just as American as the flag itself. On the other side of things, the backlash was pretty intense at sometimes. American race car driver Tony Stewart tweeted moments after witnessing Kaepernick yell that, "I'm sorry, but at Kaepernick7 needs to learn the fact about police before running his dumbass mouth. He has no idea what they go through." And then he proceeded to use the hashtag idiot. Former NFL great Tiki Barber also commented on the topic, saying, "I don't commend him for sitting and not honoring this country and our flag." After 2 full years, though, the country was still divided over Kaepernick's protests, and it was still being debated. So Nike did what Nike does, and just did it. Nike released what would become one of the most contentious ads of all time, titled "Dream Crazy," in addition to Nike's well-known slogan, "Just Do It," featuring Colin Kaepernick. Other prominent athletes, including the star tennis player Serena Williams and star basketball player LeBron James, were featured in the ad as well. Nike's first released this commercial to air during the 2018 NFL season opener between the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the Atlanta Falcons. In the ad, Kaepernick speaks about and narrates the idea of people accomplishing dreams that would appear to be impossible as footage of athletes training and practicing. The ad ends by Nike turning the cameras to Kaepernick himself, where he says, "Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything." This is the moment this commercial became one of the biggest pop culture moments of this decade. This quote from Kaepernick is referring to how he gave up his NFL career, his wealth, his endorsements, possible threats, and even potential attacks against his family. People do not react good to this, as many believe that sacrifice is really about losing something meaningful, like your life, whereas Nike's preaching that Kaepernick is giving up everything by simply just protesting. As you can all imagine, the mass media tore our country in half on if this ad was socially acceptable or not. Individuals not in favor of the ad reacted quite harshly. People showed how they felt for the ad, particularly on social media, where thousands of people expressed their hatred for Nike and Kaepernick by burning his jersey and throwing away all of their Nike apparel. There were also countless videos of people cutting off the Nike logo from their socks and tearing up their shoes. Although many didn't like the ad, the vast majority of individuals thought it was inspirational and even thought-provoking. According to an article from ABC News, Nike reported a 10% jump in income to $847 million since the ad was released. Although this ad came out just over 3 years ago now, what Nike did is still talked about to this day. Just a couple weeks ago, I was in Manny's apparel store, a local Syracuse apparel store, when the man in front of me picked out a Nike button-down shirt and immediately made the remark, "I can't buy this." His young daughter then questioned him on what was so bad about this Nike product, and he responded by saying, I don't support Nike. They don't stand for the flag or our country. This moment in the apparel store was quite eye-opening to me as I began to really realize something about our society. I urge all of us today, as we move forward, to stop looking at ideas and movements one-sidedly and instead look at the bigger picture of what they actually mean. If we can successfully do this and just try to understand other individuals' points of views, we can maybe, just maybe one day, coexist as one. Thank you.